Hey everyone, what is going on? And welcome back to another meta guide. So the Great League Remix begins tomorrow alongside the Open Great League. So let me know which one you're going to be playing, the Great League Remix or the Great League itself. Now for me personally, I'm going to be trying out the Remix for sure. We'll see how it goes. I know I do well in the Open Great League, so I'm probably going to go ahead and jump back into that. But we'll see. I definitely want to go ahead and start with the Remix Cup because it's only going to be available for like the week, right? Whereas the Great League is available every season. But without further ado, let's go ahead and dive right into the commentary and see what we got going on for us. For the S rank, we do have that card bank. Good luck getting it. I mean, as I've mentioned in my Open Great League video, you could probably get it, but it's going to be, it's not going to be XL. It's going to be very difficult to have an XL one. If you happen to have enough Rare Candy XL, more power to you. It's going to be a great Pokemon. But for me personally, I do not have that, and it levels Bastiodon's stats. That's how crazy it is. That's how crazy it is. I almost forgot. We actually have some Pokemon that are banned, so let me go ahead and just tell you about those. So the Pokemon you can't use are going to be Venusaur, Alola Ninetales, Noctowl, Lantern, Azumel, Umbreon, Skarmory, Swampert, Pelipper, Sableye, Medicham, Altaria, Walrein, Registeel, Defense Form Deoxys, Bastiodon, Frostlass, Galarian Stunfisk, Trevenant, and Obstagoon. So those Pokemon are not going to be eligible. My apologies, I did forget to include that, but okay, let me just go ahead and open up. A little disorganized here, but that is okay. Okay, now we can continue. Just a moment. So I did tell you about the card bank. Let's go ahead and move on. We do have Scrafty, going to be the best fighting type. Well, one of the best fighting types in this meta because Medicham is banned. We have Double and Vigoroth. Both of them are not fighting type users, but they're great Pokemon nonetheless. They're fighting type. I mean, they use fighting type moves, counter and double kick. They both spam body slam. You're going to see both of these Pokemon. You'll probably see them both on the same team, to be honest. Great Pokemon. Yeah, just super powerful. Then we have a Mudboy, we have Quagsire. So I do feel like Quagsire is a little bit better than Wishcash, but both of them did receive that Mud Bomb update this season, right? Both of them, Mud Bomb does a little bit more damage, so it's going to make those Pokemon a little bit more better. I do like the Shadow variant of Quagsire just for that extra damage. But yeah, I mean, we'll probably see this for sure, no doubt about it. Especially since there's not, I mean, we do have some grass types, but they're not going to be all over the place, you feel me? Then we have Pidgeot. So Pidgeot, I love Pidgeot. I love it in the Ultra League. Noctowl's banned. I think Pidgeot is going to take its place. Is it going to be as good? Probably not as common as Noctowl is in the Great League, but it's still going to be seen for sure. And then moving on to the A rank, we do have Regirock. So Registeel is going to be banned. Regirock is going to be a great Pokemon in this meta. That lock-on, getting to the moves really fast. It has a lot of good moves. I mean, it has Earthquake, it has Zap Cannon, it has Focus Blast, Stone Edge. Usually you see Stone Edge and Focus Blast. I have seen Zap Cannon. I want to say I've seen Earthquake once, but usually not so much. But it has a lot of good moves, and you know you can catch your opponent off guard right with that Zap Cannon. We talked about Wishcash, one of the Mud Boys. Alolan Sandslash going to be a powerful Pokemon ever since it received that Drill Run buff this season. Well, Drill Run didn't get a buff, but Alolan Sandslash received Drill Run, so it's much better than Bulldoze. It's a great move. It's a great Pokemon all around. Alolan Sandslash definitely going to be able to participate in this meta, but it does have to watch out for the fighting type users because it is double weak to those, right? Doesn't want to take fighting type attacks. Then we have Machamp, another fighting type Pokemon. I think Machamp is great. I don't think it's as good as Scrafty. Although one advantage it does have is it's not weak to fighting, right? Whereas Scrafty is. But Scrafty is a lot bulkier. But Shadow Machamp is super powerful as well. We do have Diggersby chilling with us. So Diggersby, really tanky for sure. I mean, it has to watch out for, well, first of all, the fighting type it uses. But aside from that, the flying. If it's running Fire Punch and Earthquake, it really can't hit the flying types. Fire Punch is not a powerful move, and Earthquake is resisted. You could go Hyper Beam, that could be a thing. But I think Diggersby is definitely going to be in this meta for sure. And then we have Lickitung. Lickitung, always a great save swap. Decent amount of normal types, actually. So Lick is going to be double resisted against a lot of Pokemon. So you do have to keep that in mind. If you want to use Lickitung as a safe swap, maybe not as a safe swap, maybe you just use it. But no, it's a bulky Pokemon. We've seen it time and time again in so many leagues, including the Open Great League. Then moving on, we do have the B rank, we do have Guzzlord. So Guzzlord with that Dragon Tail, absolutely going to be doing a lot of damage. For sure, I love Guzzlord. I've used it in the Ultra League. I think it's a great Pokemon. Yeah, I mean, just in this meta, I mean, obviously it's got to watch out for those fighting uses, and there's plenty of them, but it is doing a lot of damage. Ice types as well, it has to watch out for. And then we have Golbat, another flying type. Now, Poison Fang did receive a buff this season. It does do more damage, a little bit more. So I do think Golbat is going to be a pretty good Pokemon, a pretty good flyer. Shadow Golbat, yeah, for sure, why not? Cresselia is a great safe swap in this meta. So if you want to consider a Pokemon, I think Cresselia is really going to be a great safe swap because, yeah, I mean, even if they respond with a dog type like Mandibuzz, you still have that Moonblast. So yeah, very, very strong Pokemon, super bulky. It's going to be doing a lot against a lot of Pokemon. It's going to be walled by Steel types because all the moves are resisted. So if you're going up against an Alolan Sandslash, you might be in trouble. But or Carbink even, but it's going to be a great Pokemon. I'm probably going to use Cresselia myself. And it does resist those counter uses, those pesky fighting type attack uses, right? And then we have Munchlax, another Lick user. If you want to go something like Lickitung and Munchlax, I can see that working. Mandibuzz, another flying type, super, super, super bulky. We don't really have many Charm Pokemon. The Ninetales was banned, so you could see some, but yeah, I mean, really, really good Pokemon in this meta for sure. I think Mandibuzz is actually really strong. I mean, the attacks, I guess, are not. It's not attack weighted, but it is defense weighted, as you know. Togedemaul, if you have that cute mouse. Now, I want to say this one has to be excelled. I personally have never used the Togedemaul, and I feel like it's because you want an XL one. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments down below. But Togedemaul, I think, maybe that's Pekarisu. Maybe I got them confused. I know Pekarisu has to be XL. Maybe Togedemaul doesn't? Let me know. I would appreciate that. But Togedemaul is going to be yet another good Pokemon for this meta. Let's go ahead and move on to the other options. We have an Ice type. We have a Aurorus, so another Ice type going to be looking really strong. Lucario as another fighting type. I think it's going to be overshadowed by like Scrafty, Vigoroth, even Dubwool. People are going to love those body slam spam uses. Even Machamp. Lucario is really, really frail, but that doesn't mean it's bad. It's not bad, but I just think we have better fighting uses. Toxapex is ultra bulky. It has to watch out for those mud boys. And I think Quagsire and Wishcash, you might see a decent amount of times. Dewgong is another one. I love Dewgong. I love it as a safe swap. Well, I don't know about the safe swap in this meta because Vigoroth is going to be everywhere, and so is Dubwool. But it has that drill run, same as a Alolan Sandslash, so you'll see it. Zweilous, another dragon type. If you want to go double dragon, you could do that. You just have to watch out for ice, obviously, right? Or fighting type uses, because the Guzzlord and the Zweilous do not want to see those. Abomasnow, yet another ice type. We actually do have a grass type. We have a couple grass types. Abomasnow, as I mentioned, which is a grass and ice type, and then Lurantis. So I did say the Mud Boys are relatively safe. I think I mentioned that because there's not a lot of grass types, and that is true. But we do have Abomasnow and Lurantis. Will they be common? I guess only time will tell. Probably not super common. Maybe the Abomasnow. Lurantis might be a little bit spicy. And then we have Mantine. Yeah, I like Mantine. Pelipper is banned. Mantine's a bulky Pelipper. It could debuff your opponent. I think Mantine does have some play here, for sure. And then we have Gliscor. Gliscor has to watch out for the ice types in this meta, and we do have a good amount of ice types, so it does have to watch out. If it can avoid the ice types, I could see it doing well, but it needs to avoid the ice types. Buzzwole, yet another one, another counter user. Better options, we're going to see that as I mentioned, we're going to see the Dubwool and Vigoroth the most, I think, and the Scrafty. But Buzzwole is another option as well. Dragonair, yet another dragon type. And then we have Chestnut, so yet another grass type. So if we're talking grass, there are a few grass types that we might see, but I don't think they'll be super common. But you never know, we'll see. I mean, if the double Mud Boys do become really common, we might start to see more and more grass types. But either way, that will be the Great League Remix for you. Let's go ahead and swipe on over to the solid team options. So for the first team, going to be double flyers. I did put Pidgeot, one of my favorites, and Mandibuzz. You could substitute like the Golbat instead of the Pidgeot. Same with Wishcash over Quagsire, but I personally like Quagsire. I do recommend the Shadow one, but if you don't have the Shadow one, I think the regular one can work with the Quagsire. But yeah, of course, the back line going to do well against grass. If you happen to see it, it's going to hate the rock types, the steel types. Wishcash going to do well against that, but Wishcash will hate the grass types. It's a standard ABB team. Then we have another ABB team. We have the Double Mud Boys, as I mentioned earlier. They're going to hate grass. If you happen to see it, you may not. And then we have Pidgeot, which loves grass in the lead. Dragonair is also resisting grass attacks, so I feel like Dragonair could substitute the Pidgeot just because of the Dragon Breath damage. If you don't want to go ahead and like invest in Elite TM and like Wing Attack and Feather Dance, because it's a double legacy Pokemon, right? No, Feather Dance is Feather Dance a legacy move? I think it. I want to say it is. I know Wing Attack is. But you could go with the Shadow Dragonair or the regular one because, as I said, that Dragon Breath damage is oppressive. And then we have a triple, well, not really a triple counter team. We have two counter users, double normal team. So Machamp and Vigoroth as the counter users, and then a double kick user, double body slam spam. The backline does not appreciate fighting types, but at the same time, a lot of fighting types you see are also going to be weak, right, to fighting. So Scrafty, for example, if you see opposing Vigoroth or Dubwool, if you see the Machamp, obviously the backline will be weak to that. You have Machamp for that. You could substitute Machamp for something else, but I thought it was pretty cool. Triple fighting, I know the back two are not fighting types, but you get the point, and you got that body slam spam. So the safe swap into the Vigoroth I think is great, or Dubwool. Both of them work great as safe swaps. I also like, I was going to say I like Payback, maybe the Wild Charge in this format, just for the flyers. What do you think? Payback works as well, though, because Payback could hit like the rock types if you happen to see one. So I guess it depends on what you want to go with. The next team is going to be Double Ice, so I do have the Alolan Sandslash and Dugong. You could substitute one of the ice types for Aurorus, and I have Golbat in the lead. Obviously, the backline wants to avoid fighting types at all costs, so Golbat is resisting that, being a poison type. You could go with another flying type. Next up, we have Guzzlord with Cresselia and Mantine. I think Cresselia is a great save swap, right? I mentioned it before. Even if they respond with a dark type Pokemon, you still have that Moonblast. You just have to watch out for steel types if you happen to run into like an Alolan Sandslash or something, because all those moves are resisted. But I think it's a great save swap. This team actually will struggle against Alolan Sandslash, to be honest. So you could substitute one of them. Maybe the Mantine for like a Vigoroth, maybe? Or a Machamp. I think that could work. And then the next up, we do have Gliscor in the lead with Togedemaul and Vigoroth. So obviously, Gliscor or Shadow Gliscor is going to want to avoid ice types at all costs. Vigoroth going to be doing well against ice type Pokemon. Togedemaul can handle it as well. I mean, it's doing neutral damage. It's really spammy. But if you lead into an ice type, you do want to go into that Togedemaul. But generally speaking, Vigoroth is the safe swap. But either way, those are going to be the solid team options for the Great League Remix. Let me know which team you like, which team you plan on trying out. Do you have your own team? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day. Bye.